And good evening, cast and crew. We're going to be back with some more Code Vein. The demo got an update not too long ago that adds a new area, and they added the multiplayer capability. So now we're going to go ahead and basically just start wrapping up everything that's left, finish exploring the final area, and then after that, there's basically nothing left to do but to wait for the full game to release over the weekend. So we're going to go back to the depths, like leader to go ahead and have that done. And you can see now we have the Town of Sacrifice. Demo version, high difficulty area. Anyone that's played or seen the network test is going to be familiar with this because this is the area that was explored in the network test. So everything here is something I've already seen before. It's unfortunately not going to be new to me, but that means it's going to make it a lot faster, a lot easier for me to just push on right through and, basically wrap everything up. So right now I haven't done any real leveling on this character, maybe a little bit on the side after we completed the 2.1. And we're just going to be going ahead from there. Simple as that. So now that we're on the last week until Code Vein gets released, I'm, getting pretty excited because, the demo only takes you so far. I can only get so entertained. So it's good to know that the actual game's gonna be in our hands, and we're gonna be able to actually go through the story and everything. I know other YouTubers and other sites have already started gameplays and reviews of the full game itself, but being able to have it on hand myself, that's obviously gonna be the best part. Ruthless battles, crucial to fully upgrade your character. Recommended level 40. And last I checked, we're level 29. So even though we're technically underleveled, it should honestly be no problem. My Queenslayer Blade Venom is at +2, which I could go +3, but I decided not to. I have this Bardyke, that I'm probably not going to be using, and we're going to be using the Queenslayer Thorn. Now, I was trying to upgrade some skills, so right now we're going to stick to Prometheus until I finish leveling everything up, and so you get an idea of, the different, skills that other classes have. And since the main thing is we're getting on the multiplayer update, I'm going to be sending a distress signal to get people to help in, and so you can get a look firsthand at how the co-op itself is going to work. When you send a distress signal, it literally just fires it out and it just stays active as long as you're still alive. You don't go into a boss area or leave the area. So eventually, hopefully, we'll get someone that'll join our game, probably help us out, and we'll get to see, how effective they are in co-op. Now, the multiplayer, from the little bit I've played in the other areas, it is still a little bit jank. It is kind of, I would say, server-based as opposed to peer-to-peer based. So, if you're joining a co-op session, it's still a little bit wonky. You'll still feel like you're teleporting a little bit, and it's not going to feel super smooth as, you'd normally expect. I'm going to go straight into a backstab because I hate the shield guys. I hate breaking their guards, so I just want them out of the way. And look, we've already got another Revenant to help us out. The cool thing about the co-op is they always spawn basically on you, and there's even a multiplayer skill that takes you, a multiplayer item that takes you straight to your partner when they join. So it makes things really easy. That's really cute. I like this design. Oh, whoops. There we go. Now, the cool thing about the multiplayer that I really appreciate, that's not something you see in Dark Souls, is that whenever you co-op, you automatically get level synced. So you can join other people's games even if they're far ahead of you, because, you'll end up syncing with their level anyways. Or actually the other way around, you can join people that are way behind because you know that you're going to be able to be at their level instead of just overpowering everything. Let's try this new skill. This guy's gonna do this, and then we're gonna parry. Luckily, the enemies do get pretty predictable, so it does, make it a little bit easier to take care of, since, you do have parry windows and all of that. Now, as you can see, all the enemies are a little bit harder, but because I've done this area, because I know the enemies, because I've played Code Vein a little bit, I'm not 100% lost on how to handle these enemies or all that. This is a dead end here, so we do have to turn back into here. I already went down there. Now, if I remember correctly, these both lead to other areas, but I'm gonna like take this, or they both lead to the same area. It's just two different pathways, but I'm gonna take this one anyways. It's an enemy right over there. And the drain attack, just because I'm pretty sure it was going to stagger. No guarantee, you can get used to it if you try, like figuring out when enemies will stagger, but I just did it so that I'd have different moves to try. And I know some of these corpses, yep, wake up. Shao knows what she's doing. Oh, here we go. Probably not a bad idea to make it a habit in the full game to attack corpses, because as you can see, a lot of them just straight up end up, yeah. I don't have any, I do have an attack up that I haven't used, so I'm gonna do that. I can take this guy down 3 hits. Missed that attack. That warp attack is pretty nice. It is a bit of an animation lock, so you do kind of commit to it, but at the same time, it doesn't have super good tracking, so I'm a little, you know. Ooh, what's Queenslayer Greatsword Fortification? Oh, that's the, so you can, like, infuse weapons Dark Souls style where they have certain stats. As you can see, this Queenslayer Greatsword has, like, pretty great stats over this one, but the weight is a lot heavier. So I guess you can just find that, like, you might be able to just find, hey, a poison Queenslayer blade, you know, and then just go from there. Let's see. My attack up buff has been going up for a while. I'm gonna poison this just because poison's pretty good in this game. One, you can see it build up. You don't have to worry about an invisible, like, gauge that you might not be aware of. So you know exactly how effective it is, and the poison does last a while. Like, it's pretty good. I backstab this guy. Do a quick kill. Queen Iron. Queen Iron's gonna be like the main level up item, but that's just a lower level. You do have to get Queen Steel to upgrade it past a certain point, so you have to keep that in mind. Now I'm aiming to parry this guy. If he, well, actually he's a great sword, so I'm not super confident in that. I don't even know if I can parry his attacks. I really don't know. I've never tried. That was super cool. Oh. The cool thing about this game is that, of course, it lives up to the anime hype as, well, obviously it's very anime. But I like that, that's one of the things I like about those. Also, I can't use regen activation factor, but whatever. My partner's over here, but I do want to actually go through this area. Punk, get over here. Oh. Ha! I opted to use the, that, like, teleport gift as opposed to actually, like, rolling past it, because I know it gives me more invincibility frames, especially for attacks that I'm not confident in dealing with. Oh. That hit me a little bit too hard. Chemical light. To light my way if I really need it. I think sound suppressor, the item, makes it like so you move quietly, so it's easier to sneak up on enemies, but yeah. Oh, I got both of them. And this guy is dead. Ah, backstab fishing. The bane of all, you know, Souls-likes. Let's see. I'm gonna reapply this buff since it lasts for so long. That is an attack up buff that I have assigned, so it's not hard at all. And this boss, we fought it in the other side of the depths. Yeah, this is exactly the other boss that we fought. So it shouldn't be too hard, and I'm probably gonna get owned like instantly. So that guy's poisoned, or that thing. I do have to take a pretty safe approach to this. Now, will he do a telegraph attack? No. 1, 2, 3. Lewis. Alright, I'm gonna be my team's healer. This punk should be easy. Like, I could probably just straight up backstab. Like, that was easy. Cool, cool, cool. Now we actually got the key from the bosses. It's not like the other deaths where you had to get it from, like, actually just finding it. Like, you do have to progress and get through the boss here to earn your way to the final boss of the area. Now, the cool thing about defeating a boss in an area is that you do regenerate all your health, you get all your regens back, and your partner does the same thing. So, like, it's a good way to keep co-oping throughout an area, like in the depths here, and not have to worry about restocking or anything, so you're good for extended periods of actually using your abilities. I'm going to go ahead and switch my code just to try some different abilities. I'm going to go back to a set because I like the skill set here, and I'm going to consider... I'm going to add the Venom cartridge again, and then I do have a new ability, Draconic Strike. Well, I don't want it because I want that teleport. Draconic Strike, I'll leave it for the D-pad. I'm still going to keep the same Blood Veil because I like it. Still a lot of damage. And I'm going to fire this fireball. There is guarding in this. There is guarding in this game, of course. So you don't have to like dodge your way through every single enemy. But you know, you don't really want to use it as like a main means of attack if you can avoid it, because you still take chip damage, you still lose health. That's not something you necessarily want to do. Now, I don't think regeneration factors are usable whenever someone's co-oping with you, which is a shame, but... Ooh. I'm gonna use that regen inducer. That's what I was looking for this entire time, by the way. A regen inducer so I can artificially heal instead of having to actually use my regens. And Lewis just one-shots it like it's no big deal. Pure blood. Oh. I hate how much of a commitment the attacks are, especially for something that's not a lot of return, since it's just one Ichor. But it's literally like, hey, you have to do a good attack with it, or it's not really going to be worth your time. Ha! I saved my partner. Those shield guys, if you do hit them when they're guarding, they will like do a parry move and lock you in place. So you do want to be careful with that. Now, I did see that, yeah, that thing got aggroed. And I'm also gonna get hit. Ha, not quite. Now, it is a shame that your focus gauge only really builds up when you're getting hit or when you do perfect dodges. But I guess it's a decent equivalent for like a decent trade, because you do an attack that you can just hit as long as you have enough time for your windup, and it'll like instantly drain the enemy. As you can see, drains do a lot of damage. So now this enemy's pretty tough, so we're getting ready right now to mess him up. I'm waiting on you. Oh. Oh, and we're probably done here. Yeah, never mind. Having 3 partners is really easy. I have extension factors and potency increases. Like, we're gonna be prepared. And these magic spells are super powerful. Like, Code Vein has a lot of gifts, a lot of options for you to do damage and stop taking damage that, you know, there's really not going to be any problem. It's not going to be too hard of a game. Now, how far? We were 15 minutes in and we've already hit the second boss. So the rest of it should be pretty easy peasy. I haven't even leveled up. I'm still 29. It's still 2 enemies, so I do still have to deal with that. But let's see how far we get. Now. Oh. Ooh, I can unlock. I don't know if it was a thing before, but I know there's like a little bit of trouble. Oh! Hold on, Lewis is gonna heal. Oh, okay. I wasn't confident that it was gonna hit because it's, you know, a boss. So, oh. But it looks like it worked. That attack took a while to, like, wind up. Oh, no. I could probably just launch this and go from there. Like, this is a pretty strong attack. Obviously, this is really easy when you have 2 partners, both of whom do pretty good damage. You have a bunch of long-range gifts, and, you know, you do the thing that I'm doing that I'm literally just running away. Oh. Cool. That's so anime. It's so cool. Like, the main appeal is definitely, hey, this is anime. This is very anime. Now, like the network test, there's still one more area we need to explore. I haven't really used my skills, so I'm still going to stick with this. And I'm also probably just going to keep it in general because it is like my strongest skill set. Even though I haven't really leveled it up past this. Now, I know there's an enemy over there that we need to take care of, but I don't know what my partner wants to do. Yeah. I don't want to, like, dividing and conquer isn't going to be super good. At least not with, like, tough enemies like that. Just because, you know, it'll end up having those situations where I'll aggro one set of enemies, my partner will aggro a different set, and then it's just, we're just fighting on 2 fronts. Also, I don't know how she spec'd or whatever, but that shotgun blast is doing a lot of damage. It's really good. Now for the challenging part. In 2.1, we saw that enemies like the Lost spawned over here. We're going to do the same thing because they will spawn when I go in there. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to go all out because we cannot afford to, like, play around, basically. Oh, I almost. We're getting surrounded. I'm gonna fire this, but I'm gotta be mindful of, yep, any more enemies on the side. He might do a, yep. Luckily, even though I'm quote-unquote under-leveled for this area, my magic attacks are still really powerful. Also, I'm really glad whatever change they did, you cannot, like before, I believe you stayed locked on to an enemy even when you, like, you know, like basically when you would do like a backstab or a drain attack, you would stay locked on. You had no choice. But now it looks like you can break away without having to, commit to, oh, that was probably a bad move. I'm surprised that didn't attack me because that probably would have gotten me killed. Lewis. Damn it. Oh. That was lucky. Also, he aggroed the 2 dogs. We are dangerously close to being defeated. Oh. Oh. Dang. That was tough. That's a difficulty spike talking, cause like the rest of this area was like, oh yeah, this is fine, this is easy, and then all of a sudden it's like, you're dead. I'm gonna send another distress signal so we can keep that multiplayer co-op going, but I'm gonna try to trigger the same thing and go from there. Oh, I do want to be careful. Ow. Ha! The old 1-2. Dark Souls will do that too, like especially in co-op multiplayer. Someone goes for that first attack, you 99% of the chance, 99% of the time they'll go for that other attack too. So you might as well. And go from there. Oh, cute. All right, let's do this one more time. Let's see how far we get. 1, 2, yes. AI, luckily, are predictable. Now, whatever greatsword this person had, they're doing good damage. I'm gonna be doing a lot of parries just because it's such a safe and damaging option. Doing a lot of basic attacks. I should try doing strong attacks, provided I don't get my home. 1, 2. I shot that in some random direction. Oh! Oh. I'm dead. Okay. Luckily, I'm still alive. I'm gonna do the strain attack. It's, again, easy and simple. I'm gonna try to avoid whatever attack these people are doing. Oh. I did not see that enemy. Over. Lewis, someone? Eh. Oh, I forgot to send my distress signal. I'm gonna do that again. Now I'm actually gonna get whatever's in here because that's really annoying. The Nightclaw. Ah! There we go. And of course Lewis gets defeated as I'm doing a drain. A revenant has responded to your request as I, fade away and disintegrate. So I'm just gonna straight up 43. Hey, Shao. Nice. We're gonna try this again. Now, that's the one jank thing about parries. As long as like something hits you somewhere, you're gonna get the parry. Teleport. Whenever it's anything unreliable like that, teleport has enough iframes that I can reliably, dodge through it. Ah! Nice. I'm gonna taunt because it's the anime thing to do. Alright, anyways. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna taunt after I've died like 4 times to this enemy. Now, I'm gonna do the Final Fantasy XIV and I'm just gonna aggro these things one at a time. instead of getting everything to kill me at once. That's Draconic Stake, so I'm gonna... Whoa. Now. He's gonna... Yep, okay. That I still kind of remember for the network test, that they had a follow-up like that. Alright. Easy. Now, we should be recognizing this because we fought him in 2.1, so... Hopefully my partner's still got some regens and stuff, but I get the feeling they may have used it a little bit. Also, I need to enable my poison. Here we go. So I can actually poison and do a little bit more damage. Oh no! Oh. Of course, he doesn't actually attack the opponent that he was parrying. He attacks the opponent that he's locked onto. Let me just get one extra Ichor count just in case. And now they're gonna start doing teleports on me. The one thing I'm most scared of is like the teleport follow-ups. Oh, I should have done my extended teleport, but I didn't react fast enough. This is healing time. One quick teleport, then he's gonna do an X slash across the middle. I'm gonna cast this. One. Okay. That's normally a 3-part attack, but I guess not. Oh. One. Okay. Whenever I count like 1 or 2 or whatever, that's like my mental count of like, hey, this guy's about to attack. Again, game's easy when you have a partner, although when you're properly leveled too. Now we've hit about the half an hour mark, so I should be able to get this final boss done, provided I don't get, majorly owned again and again. Now, I should have all the keys, so I should be able to unlock this. Yep. Now this is the boss of the area, the real boss. I believe it starts a cutscene. No, it doesn't. We're just starting immediately. It's been a while since the network test, so I don't remember this thing's moves. Not very well anyways. All I know is that this thing was really annoying. Like it had some... One of the changes that they made to parrying bosses is that they still don't do like, you still don't get a parry off of it like a riposte, but you do get it does get treated like you hit him with a drain attack for, like, in terms of you get 2 Ichor to your max Ichor count to do stuff with. Also, that's a nice blocking. Also, that's an ice barrier that if you hit, it will break and I think do ice damage. Now this is where it gets hard, because she has some really annoying, very quick follow-ups to certain attacks that, like, you have to basically always be on the dodge for, and she does throw them out a little bit randomly. Let's see how far we get. Sorry if I stay quiet and concentrate, by the way. That's a... So she does have that fire barrier that if you are unfortunate enough to like hit it without a proper she might do a follow-up. Yeah, that's the follow-up that I hate. I did that, but I'm looking for... Oh, and no one can heal me. The tragedy. That's what I was most afraid of. Whenever she does that, like, that follow-up, she does, whenever she does any of those ice attacks, like even after the first swing, I believe she has the capacity to just do that really quick fire burst rush from her hand, and that gets really difficult to dodge. It does have a wide area, and you know, you can't, it's not just good to just keep rolling away from it. You do have to roll it with like a certain level of like, you know, precaution with it, or like understanding of, I can't really dodge backwards, she's gonna hit me, I have to dodge like forwards and the like. Or I need to start using my you know, like my disperse dodge as opposed to my just regular dodge here. I need to start using this because it has more iframes, so it's easier to use. I'm gonna rush this thing to try to get a poison proc. Aha. Oh. That does have a more, like a pretty big area. I should be able to reliably parry after all those attacks. Okay. Yeah, I feel bad for my partner because I can tell even though he dodged correctly, he still got hit. Whoa. Let me see. Are you gonna rush me? Teleport. Okay. And they rushed the other opponent. Lewis is luckily quick on the draw. The only big problem of like the AI being like that is that sometimes it'll happen where like you'll all like heal each other at the same time and it's not quite that effective. Poison again. Predictable. Also, I have no stamina to dodge, so I gotta be careful. Also, wow. This is getting consistent. It's a lot better than the network test, because in the network test you had no opportunity to like attack back because they'd recover so fast. Oh. They'd recover so fast that there was basically no point. Karan's trying their best to parry too, because I think they start to understand, same as I do, that there are, you know, consistent points where you can parry. I'm gonna start skipping this, by the way, the cutscene. Oh, that was fast. If you're not lined up for the parry, you do get owned. Wow. That was fast. That was too slow. Oh. I'm trying really hard to heal right now, but like I have no space. Oh! Like those quick attacks have no real wind up, so it's hard. Come on. That's a flame break barrier. Or I call it a flame break, where basically if the barrier is broken, it does like a burst attack like that. Whoa. Whoa! Oh, that's stun. Nice. So that basically saved us right there. he had a debuff on his weapon where if it builds up, which it took a while to build up because it only triggered now, it will stun and stagger the enemy. That break was what we needed to finish him off. That was really nice. Props to that guy who I mean, everyone's playing female characters even if they're male. Okay, that's about it. That was, let me see, 41 minutes, and we managed to beat the entirety of these deaths with help, with deaths, of course. But that's Code Vein. That's any Soulsborne. That's any Souls-like game. You die, you rinse and repeat. And now we're pretty much just waiting for the full game. I'll be able to export my character. And we're basically going to be treating it like we're continuing from the demo, because the beginning part is basically the beginning part of the actual game. So there's nothing like new I need to add. Probably need to start recording from the point where the game goes like, thank you for playing the demo. But then from there we just go on. All right. So thanks for sticking around. And we'll go ahead and see you when the full game comes out, which is going to be this Friday. I will be prepared to go ahead and record, and we'll be going ahead and experiencing that. Till next time, guys.